All right, dope. Awesome. Yeah, we on. What's up, man?
We live?
Yo.
We live? Oh, we live. Okay, we live.
Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you.
So everybody, this is Jared. I'm Vaughn, and I went to his sleep event, and I really felt like it was very informative and very important, definitely for the community and what they had to share. But I want to ask him, the question that comes to my mind, what is the most feedback that you got from the people that were there, if you could remember?
Got you. I would say the biggest piece of feedback was that it felt intimate and it felt like they were a part of a community. It felt like they could speak, they can voice their opinions, even if they were, never been to a wellness takeover event or at Lux Wellness Aesthetics studio. I felt like people felt relaxed and learned a lot. I felt like it was a lot of education shared. That's the feedback we got. And what else did we get from feedback? Because we have some people fill out surveys to get some of their feedback.
Nice. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
okay.
we did have a survey there just to get people's feedback. And a lot of great feedback. Everyone said that they felt relaxed. They felt like they were part of the community. They felt that it was that it was nice. It was short and sweet. It wasn't too long, because sometimes events could be a little long and have you nodding your head for a little bit, but they felt like everything was engaging for the most part and short and right to the point. So I think we covered all boxes for sleep. Now it was just hoping people implement what they learned for sleep.
Okay. That was a lot being said. That was a lot being said.
I said a lot there.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, because the reason why I asked you that, what brought up the sleep? I'm gonna go back to a few things that you said, but what brought up the sleep event? Like, what made you want to do that?
That's a great question. So as a community, as I always lean on the community for a lot of things, it's not just my ideas that come to fruition. So I'm gonna have to give a credit to Three Spirits, Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley from Three Spirits. That's
the lady with the drinks, right?
Yes. So Three Spirits is they have a herbal non-alcoholic beverage, which we talked about at the event, which you heard about. And she actually brought that idea up to us after the wellness dinner that I had a couple months back. Okay. She was one of the guests there, and she enjoyed that experience, and she was like, hey, how about we do something for March? And then she was like, it's coming up in March, it's sleep month. So because Three Spirits has a beverage, the company she works for has a beverage around that helps with people deal with sleep. If you want to have instead of an alcoholic beverage, you can have a non-alcoholic beverage to help you sleep because it has herbs in it. She was like, let's just do an event around sleep. And then Rondell, who also owns Lux Wellness Aesthetics, she just finished building out her basement, and she was thinking about how can we build events down there. So I was like, let's do it at your space, and that was the first event at her space, and it's focused in. It was a collaboration effort between all parties, between myself, between the Wellness Takeover, Lux Wellness and Aesthetics, and Three Spirits being sponsors. So that's so lean on the community for some ideas. It's not always me that comes up with the ideas; it's the people that's around me that helps me come up with ideas.
Okay. So it sounds like that. So when it comes to Wellness Takeover, right? It sounds like I knew what it was, but it sounds like that the community together is what I'm gathering, is that's allowing you to do the takeover part, using wellness. So how did you see sleep connected to the Wellness Takeover and a part of you? Like, how do you, also a second question to add on, how do you, see sleep as being beneficial? Because that's the event that I really want to focus on. So. For
sure. So to answer your first part of the question, it was around how did sleep come about for the Wellness Takeover? Like, why is this?
Like, how does it connect? How do you see it connect?
Yeah. So wellness is from just to go from the brand perspective, the Wellness Takeover focuses on different healing modalities all around, from finances to spirituality to nutrition to joy. It really focuses, it encompasses what we call a circle of life, which I learned as becoming a nutritional health coach. So it focuses on all different elements of health and wellness. So it's not just one specific thing. So that's why people don't realize sleep is one of the most important habits that we have and that we should take advantage of to live a longer, healthier lifestyle. And that's what the Wellness Takeover promotes. So sleep aligns perfectly with our vision and our core values, and implementing different ways to help people live a longer, healthier lifestyle. So that's why when the topic was brought to my attention, I would say, wow, it makes a perfect sense. Just especially because like we take sleep for granted. People don't realize how important it is and how much it affects, even you brought up at the event, how it affects people's mood, you know, and
It's like relationships.
yeah,
with
relationships with themselves and people internally and externally. You know, somebody may feel a way, or somebody may be irritated or frustrated one day, and it may just be simply because they didn't get enough sleep, you
Right,
know?
seriously, yeah.
So that's just how, you know, I think that's why that's important to realize. Some people may not just be angry, it's just because they didn't get enough sleep that day. You know, and I'm glad you brought that conclusion to what we were discussing in terms of the workshops and just things that was discussed at the event. And then to go back to your second point, which was how do I focus on sleep?
Yeah, how do you see benefits from it? How does it benefit you?
How does sleep benefit me? It helps me because I work a 9 to 5 and I also run the Wellness Takeover. So because I manage my day job and I also managing a business on the outside, my sleep has to be efficient so that way I can perform and execute on things that are on a day-to-day basis in terms of business, and in terms of my day-to-day work life. So that's why when even talking about sleep, I'm like, even when I was doing the presentation or talking about sleep, it reiterates why I need to do it more and why I should always prioritize my sleep to be efficient, to do the work that I need to get done, to make sure that I'm not only living a healthier lifestyle for myself, but also able to execute at a higher level for the people that support me, support the brand, and that's looking for the help that they need to sleep better. So, you know, and all health and wellness aspects as well. So that's kind of how I would say sleep resonates with me in general.
So you just said that when you was given the presentation, something stuck out to you. So what out of any part of the presentation or that day that stuck out to you that made you go, oh shoot, I need to get even fine tune the sleep for myself?
I would say the nervous system impact.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, go on that one.
Yeah. So when if you check an email, if an email comes through, especially as an entrepreneur or just being in work in the corporate world, you see an email that pops up on your phone after 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, that's already sparking my sympathetic system to go into that fight or flight mode, not realizing that just me having to respond to that email is already putting me in that fight or flight mode. So that was an alarm to me while I was doing the presentation and just doing the research and just consolidating information I learned, was that I have to be more conscious of what time I'm checking my phone and what time I'm putting my phone away, so that way I'm not creating more stress and sparking my cortisol levels before I go to sleep, and how important it is to have that 30-minute wind down. So those are things that I realized I need to incorporate more into my routine so that way I can have better sleep and making sure my room is pitch black versus maybe having a TV on or sometimes not having control over my environment. Sometimes, you know, in New York City, you gotta deal with neighbors. You can't control what's going on next door. Yeah. So sometimes you may need white noise machine to help block out that noise, or some type of music or some type of background noise to help you fall asleep and block out the disturbance of that sleep. So yeah, I feel like everything that I present, I relearn even more because I'm teaching myself again, this is why it's important. You know, sometimes you need that, it's important, but you need somebody to reiterate it to you. Sometimes it just be yourself speaking it out loud, this I should have been doing this, you know? Yep. So I think everybody goes through that once in life. So that's what I gained most from I would say me doing the presentation.
So, you finished?
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So what tool do you use to make sure you go to sleep? Because I heard you say that you made sure that around 10, it's like your cutoff point because you have a 30-minute wind down. But of course, for other people who have night jobs, that's not for you. But I'm speaking for him specifically. But what tool do you use to ensure that you go to sleep?
That's a great question.
Because you mentioned many, like pitch dark, white noise, and quietness, but what do you use?
Personally, I set an alarm on my phone. So every time it's 20 minutes before my bedtime or 30 minutes before my bedtime, I get a notification on my phone and it turns my screen orange. So that way it's no more of that intense blue light. So that right there is a signal, all right, Jared, start preparing for that wind down. Start putting your phone away, do your yoga, listen to music, stay away from blue light, figure out, those are my cues to all right, now it's time to focus on myself and put the self-care in and go to sleep.
Cool. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna bring it back to the beginning because you've mentioned a lot at the beginning with having different types of people there in the community there. So what what is it that you feel or believe that you are bringing to the table as the wellness takeover for the community? Like, how do you feel like you really want to impact the community? Like, what comes to mind? Like, I know I asked 3 questions, but if you can answer that, really cool.
I appreciate that. For me and the wellness takeover, it's about creating a platform where other health and wellness experts can share their expertise, their values, and work on how they've gone about healing their clients and healing people within the community. So the wellness takeover is a collective effort. It's not about the person running the company. It's about the people who want to be a part of the wellness takeover. That's why I call it the wellness takeover, because it's a takeover on all health and wellness aspects, because everybody wants to be healthy, but it's what are we going to do to help each other get to that level? And it's a community effort. So I may know nutrition, but I know somebody that knows finances that's better than me. Or I know somebody that knows being a massage therapist better than me. Like, we all have our gifts and we all have our purpose. I always say everyone has a purpose. That's why we're here. So I believe whatever purpose that is in the health and wellness space, if you have a purpose and you're serving the people, why not be a part of Wellness Takeover and serve more people? So that's why I look at it as an umbrella to serve more people.
Oh, so it's not just you?
No.
Oh, so Wellness Takeover is literally like a team effort.
It's a team effort.
So it's straight team effort.
Yeah.
You're just the one in the lead, but opening up the doors for others to come in and join in, turn around to a share for the community on a broader. That's dope. No, that's dope.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's how it started, and that's how I want to continue that, because I can present all about nutrition, but it's like things I don't know, and I want to have other people that know other things come and tell the community what they know to help that community live a better and healthy lifestyle. So like the first event I had, I wasn't presenting anything. I was just there to curate the event to make sure that I knew people in the health and wellness space that I knew were of value to help people. So I just gave them a stage. I got the place, gave them a platform, and I just made sure that everything ran smoothly on that end. I had no wealth and wellness knowledge at all. I mean, of course, I play, you know what I'm saying? But then that inspired me to like, all right, how can I be better for the community outside of just curating events? Now let me become a nutritional health coach, because I always had a passion for health and wellness in terms of what I'm putting into my body. And then I had my own health issues. So I was like, how can I better myself? So that's why I became a nutritional health coach. And then that has just helped me take off, where if I can't necessarily get someone that has expertise in a different field, then I can present something that can bring a value to people to help them make better choices and decisions.
Okay. So, all right. So now let's tie it all together. We're going to close it off right here, right? So one quick question. Are you going to do another sleep event?
Yes, of course. I think I'm always a fan of trying to make sure that everyone has access to knowledge and information. So I always try to spread knowledge if it's not in person, virtually. So I'll be doing something virtually for people who weren't able to come in person. They can check it out virtually. I'll do like a similar workshop online for people that, like I said, can't make it out. Because it's about spreading knowledge. The more people know, the more they'll do better, and hopefully they'll live longer. So that's the goal with the sleep event. If any event, it's like, yes, I'll do any event I have, I'll do again. It's just making sure I can make more people aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So to really tie it in, so the wellness takeover, the teamwork, the team effort, and the sleep event. So based off the information that you shared, and then the ones that stuck out to you the most, I know it was about Friday that happened. Was it Friday? Was it Friday, Saturday?
The event?
Yes.
Sunday.
It was Sunday. It was actually, thank you. It was just this past Sunday. So have you implemented any of the new tools or fine-tune? Which ones?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
man.
which ones?
That's really, so I'm big on the music part.
Okay.
So like for me, I may watch TV. Sometimes I catch myself watching TV before bed, and ever since Sunday, listen to music. Do some yoga. We're gonna do some stretching. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, watch TV an hour before bed, but the 30 minutes we gonna listen to music, settle the nervous system, really be at peace. And music is one of my forms of peace. So if I listen to some good calm music, some good R&B, some good neo soul music before I go to bed, that'll put me at peace.
All right, so music it is. Music it is.
Yeah. What about you? I mean, I know you came to the event. I gotta spin it back to you.
Well, okay. You know what?
Did you learn anything new, and did you implement anything into your sleep habits since the event on Sunday?
You know what? I'm actually going to say this, so because you remember I just graduated from school. So they was already teaching about sleep. So I literally do 2 to 5 naps a day.
Power naps.
So that's already on schedule. And if anything, actually, because I've already fixed it 2 years ago. So if anything that I feel is going to interrupt my sleep, it's already out the window. People, things, events, or whatever it is that's going to like cause some static. Because I understand that I have to go down, because being a massage therapist, it's all about understanding to bring the individual down from sympathetic, like you mentioned, the nervous system, into parasympathetic. So with me, from the event, every time I'm about to go to sleep, I'm like, he said, don't turn on the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I'm walking to the bathroom in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't turn on the light. I'll clean up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So it was the light from the bathroom.
Okay.
You know, and also the lights from the phone and the iPad and the TV. You want to watch stuff and click stuff. So those 2 things. And so that I was like, the lights.
Yeah, the lights in the bathroom.
Freaking light. And one day I did wake up. I was like, click. You know what, it does work. It's one of those things like, dang, like, okay, just that obviously is the light for me.
Yeah, that's a big one. People don't realize that, like, just that little bit of light creeping into your eye, into your retinas, is gonna false start your circadian rhythm. And then because that's starting that internal clock, melatonin then that's gonna set your melatonin to release earlier than you would like, and then you're gonna start yawning before you even get tired, before the sun is even down. So you really want to operate on the sun's time, and that's why, you know,
well, the best way we can these days, right?
Yeah, exactly, as much as you can. But you know, the biggest thing from the sleep event I want people to take away is like, try to get your 7 hours, try to avoid doom scrolling at night, especially just from a mental, not only from a internal clock perspective, but from a mental perspective, try to lay off the doom scrolling before bed, and yeah, you'll probably be a lot more peace when it's time to close your eyes, and you won't have your mind running in 1,000 different directions. You know, so that's the biggest points I hope people took away from the event.
Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna close it off there.
I appreciate you, Ron. Thanks for interviewing me, and thanks for coming to the event, man.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you for having the event.
Thank you, man.
Awesome. So you guys got it. Wellness Takeover. I'll tag them. All right.